Good afternoon, guys. So we are going to start doing this kind of like administrative video, just talking about um, all the stuff that goes on at Leadership on Tuesdays. So the last, no, the third Tuesday of every month, I go to Leadership, which is an all-day training, and we basically just talk about any kind of topics going on, just across the center, and kind of new things that we're changing or things that we're just kind of brainstorming, and it's an all day thing. Um, so we learn a lot, and then the Tuesday I go, Thursday the assistant director, so Alicia goes, and then Friday Lindsay, our SCL, goes. So it's just kind of to tie everything together and we can present it to you. And we're doing a video one because it'll be better for us, for you all, to just be able to watch like a 15-minute video, kind of learn what's going on without having to do like a whole hour team meeting. And then it also lets us do our team building for our team meeting each month instead, which will be really important for us just as we continue to grow as a team and connect as a team. So each month I'm going to do this video. We're going to kind of start with shout outs, birthdays, anniversaries, kind of just positive news, good news going on. And then I'm going to go through different administrative stuff that we had. So this is going to be kind of new for all of us, and I really would love your feedback after this first video, just to hear, if something could be done differently, or if you liked it or didn't like it. So here we go. First I'm going to start with shout outs. We wanted to shout out to Amy. Amy was a skills tech and she just finished her bachelor's degree, so she is now moving on to the skills coach position. So way to go, Amy. I also got a shout out for Kayla and Alyssa. The team just wanted to say great job jumping right in and just kind of engulfing yourself in these services and jumping right in with the schools and making yourself, just making the schools feel comfortable with you as well. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to Nikki because her 5-year anniversary with Bowen just recently passed. So way to go, Nikki. And then birthdays for the month of January. We had Alyssa's birthday on January 10th, and then Alicia's birthday just passed, which was January 19th. So happy birthday, ladies. So recently I sent out an email to everyone talking about the care plan, going to the care planning session, what you can bill, if you can bill case management, skill building. That was just a little confusing, I think, so I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. So if you take a client to a care planning session, you can bill skills the whole time you're in the car on the way to the care planning session. When you get to the care planning session and you're actually with the therapist, you can bill 15 minutes or 0.25 units of case management. It has to be case management when you are with a therapist because we cannot bill skills while the therapist is billing individual. It's an overlapping service. So you drive them your skills, 15 minutes of case management, then you're without them for the last 30-ish minutes of their session. Then once they are back with you after their session, you can start billing skills again until you are finished with your session, whether that be right then, if you take them home, if you do something in the community. When you finish your session, you'll end skills. So your skills, your note for a care planning session, if you are taking them to the session with a therapist, a Bowen therapist, it is skills, you're with the therapist, case management, 15 minutes, skills the rest of the time. If you have any questions at all about that, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Alicia, or Lindsay, and we will help clarify that a little bit more for you. If you are doing a care planning session with Alicia or Lindsay, you are able to bill skills during that care planning session because you are helping to advocate. You're helping the client advocate for themselves. You're helping them talk about their goals. You're assisting them in sharing their progress on their goals. You're still doing skills with them, so you'll be able to still build skills during that time frame. So again, if there's any questions at all about that, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of us and just let us know. We have had a lot of changes with Recovery Works lately, and I know that we don't use Recovery Works too much in Grant County, but we are working to utilize that source a little bit more. Recovery Works used to have a cap of $7,500 per client per, like, it's a lifetime cap. Recovery Works has now went to a different kind of like model. They have 8 skill building sessions. So the primary goal with any Recovery Works client is to get them linked with insurance on the first session. Right now we have connected with a resource called ClaimAid, and ClaimAid is kind of like a navigator. They will actually come to the home of the client, or they'll meet them in the community, or they can even meet them when we're meeting with the client, and they will help our clients get connected to insurance. Whether that's Medicaid or another insurance company, they will help to get them connected, and that is automatically included in Recovery Works now. The next thing that kind of goes along with Recovery Works, but also just insurance in general, if you have a client that we are applying for insurance with, so say we have a Recovery Works client that we are helping them get linked with Medicaid, you need to do an ROI for the insurance company in order for us to be able to communicate on behalf of the client. And then on the ROI, make sure that you are putting the fax number. TJ, our client services person, has been kind enough to fax over any information to insurance to help us kind of like speed up the process and get it going a little quicker. But she's struggling to find the fax numbers. So if we can just help her by putting that on there, it would be a lot easier for you and so much better for her. I would save her so much time. So if you have any questions about where to find the fax number, how to find the fax number, am I putting it on the right line, whatever, that's totally fine. Just reach out to someone and we will help you do that. But just make sure you are putting that on there so it's easier. With ROIs, please be putting those into the HIMSS folder. Whether it's the Grant County HIMSS folder or the Howard County HIMSS folder, make sure they are going in there. If your client goes to Wabash, Huntington, Fort Wayne, wherever for medication or therapy, it needs to go into that office's HIMSS folder. So let's say you have a client that goes to Wabash for medication management and therapy services. Although they have a skills coach in Grant County, you need to be putting their information in the Wabash folder because their physical chart is in the Wabash office. It's not with the rest of Grant County's charts. Grant County's charts are stored in Huntington because that's where our client services person is. That's where TJ is located at, so all of our charts are stored there. But if it's a Wabash medication client, then we can't just keep transporting their charts back and forth, so their chart is just stored in Wabash. At Leadership, we talked about retention rates. So about a year ago, our retention rates weren't super high. Excuse me, guys, sorry. Our retention rates weren't super high. And we as a center kind of just thought, like, how can we fix this? We want people to stay with us. We want people to make Bowen their career, their just really their passion. How can we do that? So we transformed the RSM position into the SCL position, and we wanted the SCL to really focus on skills coach, skills techs, focus on supporting them, making their job just a little bit easier, and we've succeeded. Our skills coach position, the retention rate was at 38% a year ago. As of Tuesday, our skills coach retention rate was at 70%. Our rate nearly doubled, and that is amazing. it has come such a long way, and I'm so proud that we have come that far, because I enjoy keeping you all around and having you all here, and just having that high rate, and just making it helps with client care. It helps with su- staff feeling supported, and it just makes me so proud. And then our SCL retention rate is at 95% right now. That is such a high number, and so exciting to see, and just it makes me so proud to know that we kind of took this leap of faith, hoping that changing this position would help to support our staff better, and just knowing that it really did help our staff, and that our staff feel so much more supported now. So please, 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 if there's anything we can do to support you better, or just to help you any better, feel free to let us know. I'm always open to suggestions. I know Alicia and Lindsay would be happy to hear those suggestions as well. So, TB testing. We got our TB test done on, when did we do that? Maybe October or November. I think we did our TB test, and we had to drive to Wabash and get our TB test done. We are having to do our TB test again. So what happened is we Bowen Center as a whole kind of fell behind on getting TB tests completed, and we had quite a few people that had like expired TB tests, because you have to have them done every year. So Bowen got audited, and when they came in, they found that there were numerous ones that hadn't had it completed, and we had a set amount of time to get everyone's completed. So we had Laura. Laura came out and did our TB test, and she had to kind of jam pack everyone into a month. I think it was October. She had to jam pack everyone into October and make sure that everyone got their TB test done. So now, rather than making Laura jam pack everyone into 1 month, we have made like a TB test calendar, and each county has like a specific month that they're going to get their TB test done. So I believe I'll have to check and see what month exactly ours is, but once it gets closer, I'll definitely let you know. Everyone will have it done during this month, even if you just got it done. So let's say our month is October. If you hired on in August and you got your TB test done in August, in October you still have to get your TB test done again. The reason for that is we're trying to make it kind of just easier for us to know, easier for us to keep track of everyone's TB test. So like Grant County every May, or whatever month we have, will know that our office needs to get our TB test done, and that'll help us stay on track. Right now we are working to find somewhere local in the community that we can do those TB tests, rather than us having to drive to Wabash or Huntington, because I know that's a really far drive for you guys, and I don't want, it's too hard for you guys to have to drive that far. So we are trying to find some place in the community. If you know of any place that would let us do our TB tests there, that'd be super great. We would have a registered nurse come in and do them, but we need to find some place that would be okay with her coming to do them, since she will have to be bringing her sharps and just technically injecting in your arm. So we have to check on that. If Next thing, if you are coordinating with another office, you need to be coordinating with your supervisor. If it is a normal coordination with another office, say you're helping your client like schedule an appointment or something like that, totally fine. Do it on your own. If it is a crisis situation and you are having to coordinate with another office, your supervisor needs to be made aware. If you are speaking to, say, the assistant director in Wabash County, your assistant director or your SCL needs to know that. We need to present as a unified front, especially to our clients. And so when our clients call and they're like, hey, well, this happened in Wabash, and we want to like check on it, or we want to do whatever, like, your assistant director and your supervisor need to know what's going on as well. So make sure you are keeping your supervisor aware of all things going on with client care, and just in general with any kind of coordination with another office. Another reminder, when we have a team meeting, when you're doing your supervision, when you're meeting with your clients, you need to be on time. If you're not on time, if you're not going to be on time, you need to be, again, coordinating with your supervisor or coordinating with whoever you are meeting with and letting them know why you aren't going to be on time and that you're not going to be on time. Lately, we have had a lot of people showing up 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes late even to some of our meetings, and it's not appropriate, it's not professional, and we need to make sure that we are being on time and being professional in our manner. So yeah, just make sure you're letting your supervisor know. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you feel like you've learned something. I did just want to let you guys all know that I really appreciated everyone coming out to family night. I had a really great time. I know Aiden had a great time, and we just enjoyed bowling and getting to see everyone on a more personal level and just having a couple of hours of just chatting and having fun and not having to worry about work. So I'm looking forward to our next family night, and I am so thankful you guys all came to family night. If anyone has any suggestions for our next family night, please shoot them my way. Let me know. Our next one will probably be in March, and we'll probably do some kind of like team building activity in February. So if you have any ideas for either of them, please don't hesitate to let me know. Yeah, and then if you guys have any extra questions or anything, just let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. All right. Also, I tried Dunkin' Donuts in Marion. If you haven't been there yet, head over. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.